Barbiere Classico. This is Ariana Evans Barbershop soap, and they save the best for last. This is a traditional barbershop with hints of rosemary, cypress, and more. How much more? Well, how about a whopping 16 scent notes in total? Yeah, you heard that right. Scent notes are Calabria and bergamot, orange blossom, rosemary, Spanish cypress, geranium, iris, talc powder, coumarin, tonka, pink pepper, bay leaf, lavender, white musk, oak moss, and sandalwood. Is that enough? No? They also threw in Haitian vetiver. And this new scent is gorgeous, and it is offered in A&E's Ultima base. And this is what I'll be testing today. Hello everyone, Nick here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today, the base that I'm going to test out is this Ariana Evans, and this is Barbiere Classico. The reason I want to do this is I literally just like 20 minutes I seen a video of Peter Charcalis. He was in his restroom and he was testing this base, and he said he's been in there for a while, back and forth, on and off. Testing this base. He's been running experiments with it, just playing with it, which is really cool because that's exactly what I do in here. Is I come in here all the time and I'm just playing, messing around with stuff, and it's cool to know that, you know, these artisans are doing that too. They don't just leave it up to us, which it makes sense. I mean, they're the ones, that's how they figure out what they need to do or what they want to do, not necessarily what they need to do, but what they want to do with these bases. But so the experiment that piqued my interest that he was doing, that he said, was he was running his brush so many times over the soap and then building these really nice lathers with it. And he said the last one he did, the last time he did it, he ran his brush for 5 swirls in the soap. And he said that was just more than enough to build, you know, I forget how many passes he said he was able to build with that. Then he said he wanted to try 3, and he completely butchered that experiment. He had it and he counted to 3, but he did like 4.5 swirls, and he noticed, he knew, he was like, I'm an idiot, you know, I said 3, but it was more like 4.5. So he noticed that he did that. So I want to try it with 3 and see what I could do with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Ariana Evans Barbiere Classico. Do I have it right? Yeah, I got it right. I'm going to be going with my Razor Rock Tricolor. This is an awesome synthetic brush. Probably one of the best synthetics you can get. One of them, not the best. I didn't say the best. It's one of the best. It's really, really good. And then I'm going to go with this Leaf Thorn. This is the gold plated. Because the Ultima is like one of the gold standards, one of the gold standard bases in soap, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off this soap. I'm going to dip it in the water, and I'm not going to soak it, just going to dip it in the water. There you go, nice and shiny. It's dipped in there. Let me dry my hands off. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dip it in the water. No need to soak it. It's a synthetic. And then I'm going to get all this water out of here. And then the soap here, 3 times. I'm not going to do what Peter did and do it a bunch of times and count to 3. Let's do 3. I'm going to put some firm pressure on there. I'm not going to mash it in there. And I'm not going to keep it really light, because 3 swirls seems like it's very light, right? But that's what we're doing in here. We're testing it. We're experimenting for science. So there's 1, 2, and then the third one I'm going to go the other way. 3. And that's what it looks like. Doesn't really look like there's much on there, but there is some on there. And let's see what this base does and what this soap does. I'm gonna just spray my face down a little bit, and let's start painting it on, and let's see what this does. There are so many scent notes, like you guys heard in the intro, that it is just insane how many scent notes are in this. And it smells so good. I know a lot of you guys that are A&E fans, you guys already know. You know how good this smells. I'm preaching to the choir. I don't have to tell you guys. But that 3 swirl seems like it was really nice. But oh yeah, that don't seem too bad. It seems like a little thin. Feels really good though. You definitely tell it's a very good quality soap. So there, we got it painted on. So let's just start adding water and let's see what it does. I don't know how long I'm going to sit here and build a big, giant, luxurious lather. I just want to see what this does. I am going to shave with it. I've got a Parker razor blade inside of that feather thorn. I'm sorry, leaf thorn. I was thinking about putting a feather in it, but I went with a Parker razor blade just because I had it handy and I didn't have to dig for it. So yeah, it feels pretty good. I'm really excited about what A&E's doing, what Peter's doing over there at A&E. He's transferring a lot of his soaps to the Ultima soap base, and I don't know if you guys heard or not, but the new tubs that he's going to be using, they're black glass tubs, and the tops, the mouth, the opening, the mouth on it is much, much wider. So that's really good news for us people, that us guys that like to tub load. That's super good news. So yeah, to be honest with you, it felt thin at first, but it feels like it's very nice. I'm going to get 2 pumps on here. It feels very, very nice. Oh, let's paint it in first before I start agitating it. So when I was watching that video with Peter and he did 4.5 swirls, I think he got like 6 passes. He didn't shave. He didn't shave 6 passes, but he was able to clean his face off and then reapply the soap. And I think he did that 6 times. And it seemed like he could have done it a few more times, but he stopped there. And that was very intriguing. So I've done this with, I've done an experiment with this. Like this with Phoenix shaving soaps. After I seen Douglas Lane do 5 swirls on his soap, and that blew up wild. That was more than enough soap. It was very impressive. His soaps don't, Doug's soaps don't have the slickness that the Ultimate base does, but it does have quite a bit of cushion. And the scents are just incredible. Doug is a perfumer, so he knows exactly what he's doing with those scents. And the soap's not bad. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, or Phoenix Shaving now, their soaps ain't bad. Their soaps are actually really good. That's why he's so popular. And, well, maybe could have something to do with all of the great scents that he puts out too. But I was impressed by how much his soap blew up with 5 swirls. So when I seen Peter doing this one, saying he was going to do it with 3 swirls, I was like, oh yeah, that's right up my alley. I need to run in there and do that. So I really don't have much information for you guys as far as the soap is concerned, and what's going on over there at A&E, except that what I said earlier about it switching over, about Peter switching a bunch of soaps over to the Ultima 2 base. Which is exciting to me. I think is, I don't even know what it's called, 2KE or whatever. I think that's what it's called, and I believe that is a vegan-based soap. So I actually was on the website a couple of days ago, and I did see that he still has a bunch of those. Not everything is switched over to the Ultima 2 yet. I don't know the timeline of when he plans on getting that completely done. Get that worked into my mustache a little bit there. So 3 swirls seems like it's pretty good. I mean, there's the brush here. There's plenty of soap on the brush. There's plenty of soap on my face here. So I think that'll be the last of the water I add, and then I'll start shaving, and then we're gonna see how far this base goes. But that seems like it's plenty. That seems plenty right there, and that seems like it feels really, really good. Or should I keep going? I always keep going. I don't want this video to be super, super long. But it seems like it could take more water, so I guess I'm in here experimenting, so why not, huh? We'll do a little bit more. I don't want to take too long playing with this, because instead of just messing with this in the privacy by myself here, I'm actually recording it, so I don't want to take up too much of your time when I'm doing it on my own. I've been here forever. All right, so that's so much soap already. That did make quite a bit of soap. So we'll add more water here. And let's see what it does. All right, that's really, really good. I think that'll be the last of the water that I put on for these 3 swirls here. That's plenty. Plenty, plenty. Yeah, that blew up real nice. I don't think you can mess this base up here. This is just spectacular stuff. Shall we check them peaks? Let's check them peaks and see what they do. Well, they are falling, but it just seems like they can get better. It seems like they can get better, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Those peaks will tell us when it's ready. It felt like it was ready, but it's not ready. But oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's blowing up. Okay, you reach a certain point with this soap where, you know, when you're agitating it and you're building the lather, it seems like it takes forever to build, but it has that point to it where it's not there yet, and then you add the smallest amount of water, and then it just blows up like a bomb. It's really, really cool. It's really crazy. So, I mean, look at that. That's way more than I had on my face right before I started putting those couple of sprays of water. Look at that. Yeah, that seriously blew up big time. So it is at that point. I just needed to be a little more patient with it. That's all. I'm all worried about time here, and I shouldn't worry about time. Just funny how you want to change the things you're doing once you start hitting that record button, and you're not doing it in the privacy, in your own privacy anymore. But let's keep it the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay, well, 3 swirls. Look at that. You guys can build this with 3 swirls. That is insane. Insane. And it feels so good. Oh yeah, it feels great. All right. Now I feel pretty confident checking them peaks. Let's get it painted. Let's get it painted on the face really good before we do that. Just to make sure we got an even layer. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna do something real quick, because I'm looking at it right here, and I really want to do something first. Let's get 1 spray. We'll do 1 spray, and then let's paint that water in, and then we'll check those peaks, because I really haven't been doing much painting. Oh man, yeah, that is gravy. Plenty of soap. And you know, you can't paint soap in, you can't paint water in without agitating. You could tell when I had it down here, you could see that peak right there is building on this brush, so I have to spin it. Yeah, that's all the signs I'm looking for right there. That tells me everything I need to know about this soap. About the 3 swirls anyway. Yeah, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about this soap. Just get some and start using it. It's gonna be enough. It's gonna be plenty. What if we do 2 swirls next time? That would be something, huh? Yeah, there's so much here. This is crazy. Oh yeah. How come I'm not disappointed? Or not disappointed, how come I'm not surprised? How come I'm not surprised at how good this is? So we got it painted on. Now let's check them peaks here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's really popping now. Okay. That's good. That's good enough. There's no reason to push that any longer. Unless I was just doing a regular shave, but I really want to see how many passes I can get. And I'm going to do like Peter. I'm just going to shave really well, and then I'll just clean my face off, and then I'll put some more on, and I'll apply it, and I'll see if it starts getting thin, if it starts thinning out, or what it's going to do, how it's going to perform. So I got my razor here. I do have a Parker blade in there. You can see that my Parker razor blade is, let's see if it's going to focus. You can see that it's lined up pretty good in there. Hopefully it focused. I didn't really spend too much time trying to focus it, but I'm going to go across the grain here. This leaf razor, a very good razor. That feels very good. Lots of protection there. Lots of slickness. Nothing to worry about. Oh, it's down here. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful. It started to run away from me. Yeah, that feels really good. It's just so amazing how you can tell the difference on these soaps. All right, I'm going to come over here. Feels like it's cleaning me up just fine. Soap has tons of protection. I'm not even worried about it. Tons of cushion. And that was 3 swirls, and that was a lot of water I added in just those 3 swirls. Well, there's a reason that soap is so popular. People can really tell what it's doing. Yeah, stuff smells fantastic, man. Beautiful, beautiful scent. You know what I just realized is I grabbed the soap. I didn't grab the aftershave splash. I'll have to grab that. All right, got that done there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get more soap on my face. Oh yeah, look, that's a really good thick layer there. There's really nothing wrong with this. I was actually thinking that it was gonna be kind of thin. I got a bunch of soap right here that I don't need, so I'm gonna get that off my neck. Get it rinsed off real good here. We don't need it there. So this is enough soap for pass number 2 with just 3 swirls. I guess what's important is there enough here for a 3-pass shave? Because a lot of gentlemen, a lot of guys, you guys do 3 passes. So I guess that would be really important. Still enough here, man. Still enough here. So I'm going to get my razor, dip it in the water, and let's go against the grain. That feels kind of weird right there. I better switch hands. There we go. That feels better. That feels good. Do the mustache area here. All right, feels good. We'll get the other side. All right, that's good. I'm gonna rinse off and let's see where we're at here. Perfect. Oh yeah. I don't need no touch-up anywhere. Okay, cool. That's such a good little razor too. So, all right. That was our second pass there. Plenty of soap for our second pass there. So, let's get some more on. Let's say we're going to do a third pass. Let's get some more soap on here. See what it looks like. See what it does. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a little thin there. It's a little thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of water. And let's agitate it. And let's see what it does. Let's say I wanted to do a third pass. Can I get a third pass out of this? It feels funny. It feels so smooth on my face because there's no whiskers on my face anymore. So it's building up a little tiny bit. It's not blowing up like wild or anything like that, but with 3 swirls, if you wanted to be very conservative with this stuff, and you needed to do 3 swirls, what did I say? 3 passes. If you wanted to do 3 passes, there is more than enough soap here. In fact, I would call it perfect because you're not wasting any soap. You're using the right exact amount that you should be using for 3 passes. You're not wasting anything. That doesn't look so thin anymore. It is a little bit thin, but you know what? It's perfect. And this Ultima 2 base, I mean, you're gonna get the performance out of it. There it is, for the third pass. You really don't want to do any more than 3 passes because then you're just going to start irritating your skin. And if you really do have to, then you should probably work on your technique a little bit. But there's the third pass right there, or soap for a third pass. Here's the brush here. There's really not much on here. There's still some on here, but not very much. And if you were really curious about it, we can clean this off. We could try it one more time and see what it's going to do. So we'll clean off there. And we'll see what it looks like on this fourth one. It's like I'm telling you, Peter did that 3.5, 4.5 passes, and I'm gonna get a little tiny bit of water on my face. He did 3.5, 4.5 swirls, and he was able to get 6 passes out of his soap. You know, it is thinning out here, but I could tell you guys, in all honesty, right now, the slickness is there. So, like I said, if you were a very stingy dude and you didn't want to use much soap, and you were like, this soap cost me a year's wages, I need to be conservative, and I need to try to get as much as I can out of this soap, and this is what you had to do. So yeah, that's thin. That's thinner than I would like, but yeah, that is super slick, man. That is super slick. A really good shave. So yeah, all right. Well, 3 good passes. You get 3 good passes out of 3 good swirls. That's not bad, because honestly, 3 swirls really isn't nothing, man. How long would that soap last you if you did 3 swirls all the time on your brush? I mean, you're talking about years of use out of that tub. And for the cost, yeah, that's very cost effective. So anyway, I think that'll do it for that experiment. I really wanted to try that. I'm so happy that I did try that. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys like what you've seen. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you've tried running your own tests in your own, shaved in, what you've tried doing and what were your results and whatnot. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless.